Welcome back to the channel, you guys. In today's video, we're gonna be installing some more LEDs on the F150 Tremor, and in today's video, we're installing the F150 LED Spartan Reverse Lights on the truck. Now, these lights are the exact same as the hood lights we installed recently on the F150. They have the backlit feature as well as your spotlight feature. And we're gonna hook them right up to our trailer harness to have both the reverse spotlights and the daytime running lights at the same time. I will be also running my spotlight wire back to the front of my truck so I can put it on an auxiliary switch. But for those of you that don't have the auxiliary switch on a standard F150, I'm gonna go through the steps on showing you how to get those hooked up. This should be a very easy install. Let's get right into it. So this is the kit I received. When you go on their website and you spec out your LED lights, you have the option to exclude or include different options. I got the extra wiring to go all the way to my battery for my auxiliary switches. You're not gonna need it if you're looking to tap in just to your trailer harness, just to get the true reverse lights and not have them on a switch. You get your standard mounting brackets, your mounting screws and bolts. You get your T-taps for all your wiring connections, as well as I got these extra lenses for mine. So if these don't throw it enough, because you see how they're kind of a serrated, or whatever you want to call them, they're gonna break up the beam really nicely. So when the reverse lights do go on, they're not gonna blind people. But if I want to use these as a true spotlight, I can swap out these lenses here, and these are gonna throw more light in a more straight beam pattern and not break it up nearly as much. I'm not going to install these though until I see how bright these are, because I don't want to crack these factory sealed and have the chance of moisture and stuff getting inside here if these are plenty bright enough. So that we'll see that in due time once we get them installed and we do a walk around on the truck. So if you have an F-150 with the dual exhaust, it's going to look a little different than your standard F-150. On a standard F-150, these bolt holes aren't being occupied, and you should have holes somewhere around here to mount your lights to. Because we have the dual exhaust and the brackets holding the exhaust up, we have these bolts right here. So we're gonna be taking these bolts out to fit our brackets in, and we'll start right there. We'll get the lights all mounted up, and then we'll worry about the wiring after. So you just wanna grab your 10 mil, and we'll hit these bolts up right here. And then now we just pop this bracket right out, just like so. And then we slip one of our provided brackets on the hole here. So we're gonna put it on the bottom one, just like that. And then we can go ahead and put our nuts back on. Now that this bracket is on, we can mount the other one on like so, and then our light gets attached to that. I think that's a pretty good spot to have it, and we'll try to get it centered up with the tow hook once everything's said and done. So our next step is just getting the lights built and putting the brackets on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take two of our supplied nuts, like so, and we're gonna slide them right down the channels here. So then that way, I don't know if you can see it there, the nuts are sitting right down in there, and then we can go ahead, we can put our bracket on like so. And then on the sides here, we put our Allen key bolt. And then those screw into the nut that we just dropped in. Same for the other side here. And we'll take our supplied Allen key, and then we'll give these a little bit of a quick tighten here. And there we go, our two lights are ready for install. So coming back underneath the truck, we want to put in this supplied bolt into our bracket here, and then this simply slides up onto here like so. Lock washer and our nut. Then we'll take our 13 mil wrench, just snug these bolts up here. So we'll get everything close, and then we'll do a nice snug up once everything's said and done. So we're gonna do the exact same thing to the driver's side. We're gonna remove these two nuts here, and we're gonna put our bracket on, our nuts back on, and we'll zip it up. And then we can put our light on. And like I said earlier, we'll have to make some adjustments when the time comes. These aren't obviously perfectly straight, but we'll worry about getting it wired up, and then we'll see how kind of crooked everything is and get the lights sort of dialed in. And obviously it's pretty subjective how you want your lights to stick. Everyone's gonna have it a little bit different, I'm sure. So on our trailer harness, it actually has it right on there what each individual prong does. And we have our running lamps, our left-hand stop and turn, backup lamps, right-hand stop and turn, and electric brakes. So if you ever have lights back here and you want to, if I want to hook these backlit lights up to my turn signals, all I have to do is just tap into these appropriate prongs on the trailer hitch. So you have all your power needed back here. Come to the back side here. You can see the harness right up here. So we're gonna pull this out and pull it down. And all you do is you click on this button right here and pull the whole thing out. So we just want to strip this tape back a little bit so we have better access to our wires. We're gonna be hooking up to 3 places on this harness here. So the little white and brown wire here is gonna be our actual reverse light. The white wire with the brown stripe. The brown wire here is gonna be our daytime running lights, just the brown one here. And the big fat white wire here is gonna be our ground. The white is gonna be the backlight running light. The red is gonna be my beam, like my actual spotlight, the brighter one. And then the black is obviously gonna be our negative or our ground in this situation. So I have my own T-taps. I got a red, a blue, and a yellow, and these are just for different gauge sizes. The red being the smallest, the yellow being the biggest. I wanna put the yellow on my ground wire, and the blue on my daytime running lights, and I wanna put the red on the reverse light, which is the center one. So this LED, this wire is actually long enough to fit here. We are still gonna put a quick attach harness on it, just like so. And then we're gonna cut this really, really short because we don't want a lot of slack back here. And then we're gonna do the same on the other light. We're gonna attach the same harness and we're gonna attach everything to here. So here's my other wire connector and we're gonna put that in as well, clip it in. And then after we're done everything, we can tuck everything up there nicely and we can tie wrap it and make it all look good. But for now, we're just gonna figure out how much we kind of need here roughly because I don't want a lot of slack back here on the wires. And we're gonna cut it right about here. And on this driver's side light, because I really don't need much at all, same thing, we're gonna cut it right about here. And then we can peel these back a little bit on both of them. Just tie my 2 wires together and then tap onto the trailer hitch wire. So we're gonna start with the ground and I wanna do my yellow one here. So I'm gonna crimp that down. And then the whites are my daytime running lights. So I wanna put a blue guy on there. And then my actual spotlight is gonna be a red guy here. And then we're gonna start with the actual reverse light, which is the white wire with the brown stripe. It's the smallest wire here. And then we're gonna put our T-tap on it. And on the brown wire, I wanna put my blue guy on there. And the white wire, which is our ground, gets the big guy, the big yellow one here. There, and just like that to give you a close-up. We got all of our T-taps on. And this is where like you have situations like this is where the internet will debate. A lot of people really, really hate T-taps. I know at a glance, they can be kind of like iffy and shisty, but I've never had issues with them. I've never had them fail. And like if you have lights flickering, that's when you know you have maybe a bad connection. But if you do it properly, you know, and I have the insulated ends here, and you tape everything up accordingly, you shouldn't have any issues with it. I understand that maybe there's, you know, people will debate about this, that there's better ways to do it. But like I said, I've always had luck with them. And I mean, obviously F150 LEDs and numerous other LED companies provide T-taps for your installations. So it's a pretty standard practice, whether you agree with it or not. I mean, that's your opinion, I guess, at the end of the day. But there is nothing wrong with this method. I left a little bit too much length on my wire, so I might redo this end actually. I don't like that. But everything is hooked up for now, so let's just see if everything does in fact work. So those are the running lights and those are working. And then we'll go ahead, we'll start the truck up and we'll check out the reverse lights. And as you just saw there, the reverse lights come on as well. So our connections are all good. I'm gonna clean up that red wire there that had the copper showing. And then we can tuck everything up, tie wrap everything and make everything look nice and tight. All right, so coming underneath the truck here, we got the passenger side light and that is all tie wrapped up nicely. It goes behind the spare tire there and it comes all the way out. We have it tie wrapped to this factory wire here and everything up here is nice. We got all of our individual T-taps all taped up nicely and then all taped up as a bundle, so nothing's gonna ever happen to that. I can promise you that. That's gonna stay like that for a long, long time. And we have everything, all the excess wire, which we didn't have much of because we cut it, remember? We have a little bit of wire tied up here. And then for the driver light, same thing. We have it tie wrapped to this little hole here. If we come back to the other side here, I did fine tune them as best I could from this kind of small spot here, but usually when you take a step further back, you can see if there's any imperfections, if they're crooked or anything like that. So let's pull the truck out and then we'll go from there. All right, it is dark out and these lights look amazing, you guys. So these are the daytime running light features. So these are always on while we're driving the truck. And then when we go into reverse, the spotlights will come on, and I got everything centered, straight and buttoned up, and just beyond happy with how these turned out. So like I said earlier in the video, this will fit all your standard F-150s. You can follow the same procedure for install. And on the Tremors, we do have the tow hooks on the bumper, and they sort of visually impede the look of the lights because they kind of block, as you can see here, but they do clear the hooks, so there's no issues with the actual function of the light itself. Not a big deal, obviously, but just something to keep in mind because those tow hooks are welded on, so you can't really remove them unless you cut them. This is now the third mod we've done by F150 LEDs. So we got the reverse lights there. We recently installed the side vent lights here, the amber vent lights right there, as well as our hood lights right there. So same thing, guys. These are just sort of the ambient driving light function, and then we have the spotlight function that shoots obviously a lot of light forward when needed. I do have install videos on all these products, so make sure you guys go check them out if you haven't already. And it is dark enough now, I think, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the camera down and then we're gonna turn the reverse lights on so we can see how bright these yellow lights are, or the spotlights are, when we go into reverse. All right, so we got the truck fired up here. Let's put it into reverse. The lights come on as they should. And then if we kind of flip through some of the camera views here, we go to the 180 view and out the back. Obviously throwing a lot of light that you can see, and these lights aren't going to get covered in dirt all that easily, so they should always be kind of readily available without having to clean them all that often. No, that one doesn't work. Here's the sort of trailer hitch light right there, as well as our side view lights right there. And then back to our bird's eye view, and then just the normal backup camera. Outside the truck, you can just really see how bright it is and how much light it is casting. Now keep in mind, guys, we do have the different lenses, like we talked about at the beginning of the video, that we can throw on here to get different sort of lights, and we can turn these into more of a spotlight. The current lenses that we have on there are meant to break up the light and throw it more, you know, closer, more of a spread, I guess. But we do have the spotlights we couldn't put on if you want a deeper, stronger beam. But this is obviously plenty enough for reverse lights, because you don't want to blind people when you are reversing in the city, parking lots and all that good stuff. Yeah, look how bright that is. Off-roading definitely will not be an issue, and we'll be able to light up any trail with this setup here. And there it is, you guys. So if you have any questions, you have any concerns, make sure you guys comment below. I will answer them. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.